Hi everyone, and welcome to Goth Tarot. That's for TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. And this is my weekly show on the shadow and dark sides of our lives. The emotional issues, the philosophical issues, the core truths or realities that we as self-identified Gothics may feel in our society. So I do that with a 6-card reading from several decks that all employ the darker imagery. And before I go on with this week's reading, which by the way is for today, December 1st through next Tuesday the 7th, excuse me, the little Gothic senile moment there. It's good for that time period, so take care with that. But I'm going to mention too that well, it's time to settle back. That we have been incredibly thrilled and pleased with our growth for the overall channel, Tarot for Today. We appreciate that. Our YouTube channel, our Twitter presence is also magnifying immensely. And Facebook presence for Tarot for Today is also coming along. So we really appreciate that as always. I'm actually toying with the idea of changing some things about Goth Tarot, hopefully to have something better going on. I've thought a lot about changing the decks and also what the positions the cards fall into might mean. Excuse me. So I've been thinking about changing the way I use different decks and or employ the meanings of the positions. And right now I have a number of, I guess, contenders that I want to consider. Some I have used on the regular channel or here in Goth Tarot, like the Murder of Crows, very high on that picking list. And then also I've used this one. It's the Gothic Tarot of Vampires. I have the Guillermo del Toro to consider. And this one's probably not going to go there because I have some other uses intended for this one. It's the Ghost Tarot. So watch for this usage of this one closer to Christmas time because, you know, the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. That's the only hint you get. And then, of course, the Santa Muerte Tarot, which I've had for a couple years, and I use a little less often. It's a beautiful deck, though, and I like it. And it's pretty much would fit in with Goth themes if I chose to use that. But another very new deck that I think is higher on that list is the Goetica Tarot, the Tarot in Darkness. And as I mentioned before, I'm thinking of just doing some things that are a little different in terms of the way the cards play, what their positions are. So that'll probably happen within the next few weeks. So watch for that. But we're going to get on with our reading then. And of course, our first thought is about your dark gift, which we pull from the Crow's Magic Tarot. The dark gift is the insights, the things that may become even as revelations, or the things that you somehow know are just a part of your darker nature, the way you have a perspective that maybe is a little different. It's not good or better, it's not evil or worse than any other one. It's just the one that you have. And the dark gift is the reversed Knight of Wands. I think your dark gift is that you embrace the idea of either no charisma or anti-charisma, meaning that maybe you attract people to you, or maybe you bond, or maybe you somehow have an anti-charisma that draw situations to you, not saying, you know, like evil people or other goth-minded people, not that there's anything necessarily wrong with some of that, but people are drawn to you, but it's not in the usual way. I don't know if you can explain that. Somebody once told me a long time ago that I had anti-charisma. Maybe that's true. I don't know. I guess I would leave that to you guys out there. Anyways, we're going to move on from that. I think the Knight of Wands reversed is indicating that this is a time where you're looking at that ability of your own as a way of moving away from situations maybe where you don't feel you really belong. So maybe that's where that comes in, because the Knight is about movement towards a situation. So I think your gift is to be able to not indel yourself into any particular community or group of people so that you can actually fly free like that pterodactyl there. So now we're going to move on to the dark struggles, the challenges, the struggles, the issues, the limitations that may be in your way this week. And we usually pull a pair here. Another court card, the reversed King of Cups, along with the reversed Two of Cups. And I think that it could be likely that we're having some struggles in our relationship. This is what the struggle is the fact that there's a lack of harmony or trust or a sense of the bonding that you would need to happen. I don't quite have enough room for myself here on the set. Not sure if I can make it work. Well, we'll see. Anyways, that's what those are representing to me. The King of Cups reversed and the Two of Cups is there's a romantic or strong relationship that maybe is having some issues with the trust or the sense of what the partnership entails, or just in being able to relate at this time romantically in a more beneficial way, which is that reverse King of Cups. So that's your struggle. You know, hopefully you're going to be able to work on that. And now we move to the final three cards. Remember I said there were 6. And those are drawn from the Night Sun Tarot. Just not going to be happy with that layout there. We'll do it like that. And so there are 3 concepts here. The first one is the dark truth. The basic, what is the reality? How should you resonate or accept it? The reversed 10 of Pentacles. And I think the dark reality is that at this time at least, there are those around you who constitute a sense of family, and you're realizing that they're not really there for you, or that to you, in your perspective, those you feel who are closest to you are just not able to assist you at this time or to give you strength of any sort or provide a sense of security. Because I think more than the love or emotional comfort of a family, this card pertains to a sense of security. So there could be material benefits to that, or it could just be the sense of being able to be protected or watched over by your family. So what is the dark sacrifice? What is that burden or sorrow you may have to bear? The thing that you know will somehow better conditions for you, though even it may not seem so at first. How amazing, because we have another 10, and of course it's also reversed. It's the 10 of Cups, and maybe it came up because I invoked its name, but the dark sacrifice, I guess, is maybe saying you may have some toxic things going on in a family situation, or some things that are, if they're not toxic emotionally, they're all over the place, and you're not getting the adequate connections, love, support, emotionality, strength from a family connection at this time. Things are out of whack. It could just be temporary, but it's two tens together, so I find that highly interesting. So that may be something you have to just let go of being codependent. I guess that would be a way of looking at that maybe this is a card of codependence sometimes to me, that 10 of Cups reversed, and maybe this is saying you need to give up that behavior in relationship to maybe somebody you love or your sense of family. And you know, of course, these kind of conversations do come up during Thanksgiving, so I'm not surprised that it may have happened. Finally, we are on to the Dark Redemption. The ultimate realization, how that actually puts you ahead once you can incorporate that philosophy or that essence into your being, at least for this week. And for that, wow, it's all about the cups and emotionality. For I have pulled the reversed 6 of Cups. And so maybe that ultimate realization for you may be that there's a being too influenced by the past, or that the others in this particular situation here are holding on to the past, a painful past or an incomplete past. And the only way you can really redeem, I believe, is just sort of trying to figure out how to move beyond that, moving beyond your pain of the past, accepting apologies as you can, and moving on. So that's it for Goth Tarot for this week. Watch soon to see those special changes I will be making, and or feel free to drop a line, a comment here, plus please like it, and say if any of these decks that I showed you might prefer for me to use. The Murder of Crows, Gothic Tarot Vampires. I think I didn't show another one, and that's a recent one. It's a very limited edition, and it's a Hecate Tarot. Hecate, the goddess of the witches, a true wise one. So watch for those changes. Don't forget to watch our live streams and our other shows. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the darkness.